Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Target for IQ. This is Shikha Singh, and in today's video I am going to discuss a few MCQs on the subject the Limitation Act 1963. And these questions are going to be really helpful for your upcoming judicial services examination. So let's begin. The first question is, before the Limitation Act of 1963, which Limitation Act was being followed in Indian courts and tribunals? The options are A. The Limitation Act of 1859, B. The Indian Limitation Act 1871, C. The Indian Limitation Act 1908, or D. None of the above. The correct answer is option C. The Indian Limitation Act 1908. Next question. The Limitation Act 1963 applies to, the options are A. Proceedings before courts, B. Proceedings before an executive authority, C. Proceedings before a quasi-judicial tribunal, or D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Proceedings before courts. Next question. If the money suit filed within 3 years from the date on which cause of action arises, then the suit. The options are A. Does not relate to Limitation Act, B. Is not barred by limitations, C. Is barred by limitation, D. Depends on application for continuation of delay. The correct answer is option B. Is not by limitation. Next question. Under section 2 subsection 1 of Limitation Act, suit includes. The options are A. Appeal, B. Application, C. Execution, D. None of the above. The correct answer is option D. None of the above. Next question. Counter claim under section 3 Limitation Act 1963 shall be deemed to have been instituted. The options are A. On the same day as the suit in which counter claim is made has been filed, B. On the day on which the counter claim is made, C. Either A or B, whichever is beneficial to the defendant, or D. Either A or B, whichever is beneficial to the plaintiff. Correct answer of this question is option B. On the day on which the counter claim is made. Next question. A time barred debt can be claimed. The options are A. As a set off, B. As a counter claim, C. As a fresh suit, or D. None of the above. The correct answer is option D. None of the above. Next question. Under the Limitation Act 1963, the court has no power to extend the limitation on the ground of. The options are A. Equitable considerations, B. Hardship, C. Necessary implication, D. Either A or B or C. Correct answer is option D. Either A or B or C. Next question. An application for leave to contest the eviction proceedings before the rent controller attracts. The options are A. Section 4 Limitation Act 1963, B. Section 10 General Clauses Act 1897, C. Both A and B, or D. Either A or B. The correct answer is option B. Section 10 General Clauses Act 1897. Next question. The extension of time granted by Section 4 Limitation Act 1963. The options are A. Can be combined with Section 5 Limitation Act, B. Can be combined with Section 12 Limitation Act, C. Can be combined with Section 5 and Section 12 Limitation Act, or D. Cannot be combined with Section 5 and Section 12 Limitation Act. The correct answer is option B. Can be combined with Section 12 Limitation Act. Next question. In matters of continuation of delay under Section 5 Limitation Act, the government has to be accorded. The options are A. Treatment similar to a private citizen and no latitude is permissible, B. Treatment is stricter than a private citizen as the government is supposed to act in a more responsible manner, C. Treatment similar to a private citizen, however certain amount of latitude is not impermissible, D. Either A or B or C. The correct answer is option C. Treatment similar to a private citizen, however certain amount of latitude is not impermissible. Next question. The delay under Section 5 Limitation Act 1963 can be condoned on. The options are A. An oral application, B. A verbal application, C. A written application, or D. Either A or B or C. The correct answer is option C. A written application. Next question. Legal disabilities are. The options are A. Minority, B. Insanity, C. Idiocy, or D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. All of the above. Next question. Period of limitation stands extended by virtue of Section 6 of Limitation Act for a maximum period of. The options are A. 1 year, B. 3 years, C. 6 years, D. 12 years. The correct answer is option B. 3 years. Next question. Can a plea of limitation be? The options are A. Waived by a party, B. Ignored by the court, C. Waived by both the parties by consent, or D. None of the above. The correct answer is option D. None of the above. Next question. Limitation for filing an appeal commences from. The options are A. The date of judgment, B. The date of signing of the decree, C. The date of application for copy of the judgment, or D. The date of availability of copy of the judgment. The correct answer is option A. The date of judgment. Next question. Time excluded has to be considered on the basis of the options are A. Information available from the copy of judgment or decree placed on record. B. Information as to copies obtained by the parties for court purposes. C. Information as to copies obtained by the parties for other purposes. Or D. Information as to copies not placed on record but made available to the court. The correct answer is option A. Information available from the copy of judgment or decree placed on record. Next question. Section 13 of Limitation Act applies to. The options are A. Suit filed in forma pauperis, B. Appeal filed in forma pauperis, C. Both A and B, or D. None of the above. The correct answer is option A. Suit filed in forma pauperis. Next question. Section 15 applies to. The options are A. Suits, B. Execution applications, C. Both suits and execution applications, or D. Neither suits nor execution proceedings. The correct answer is option C. Both suits and execution applications. Next question. The fraud contemplated by Section 17 Limitation Act 1963 is that of. The options are A. The plaintiff, B. The defendant, C. A third person, D. Either A or B or C. The correct answer is option B. The defendant. Next question. Whether a plaintiff could, with reasonable diligence, have discovered the fraud or mistake under Section 17 Limitation Act is A. The options are A. Question of fact to be decided on the basis of facts disclosed in each case, B. Question of law, C. Mixed question of fact and law, or D. Substantial question of law. The correct answer is option A. Question of fact to be decided on the basis of facts disclosed in each case. Next question. Which of the following is not required for a valid acknowledgement? The options are A. In writing, B. Made before the expiration of period of limitation, C. Signed by the person concerned, or D. In the handwriting of the person concerned. The correct answer is option D. In the handwriting of the person concerned. Next question. Under Section 25, the easement rights are acquired by continuous and uninterrupted user. The options are A. For 12 years, B. For 20 years, C. For 30 years, or D. For 3 years. The correct answer is option B. For 20 years. Next question. Which is not correct of law of limitation? The options are A. Limitation bars the judicial remedies, B. Limitation is an adjective law, C. Limitation extinguishes the right, or D. Limitation is the procedural law. The correct answer is option C. Limitation extinguishes the right. Next question. A suit for possession based on the right of previous possession and not on title can be filed. The options are A. Within 1 year of dispossession, B. Within 3 years of dispossession, C. Within 12 years of dispossession, or D. Within 6 months of dispossession. The correct answer is option C. Within 12 years of dispossession. Next question. Law of limitation is. The options are A. Lex loci, B. Lex fori, C. Non obstandate, or D. All of the above. Correct answer is option B. Lex fori. Next question. Under Section 21, can the court direct the suit to have been instituted on an earlier date? The options are A. Yes, if the omission to include the party was due to a mistake made in good faith, B. Yes, if the omission to include party was deliberate, C. In both A and B, or D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is option A. Yes, if the omission to include the party was due to a mistake made in good faith. Next question. Law of limitation has to be strictly construed. In view of the same, Section 5 of Limitation Act has to be construed. The options are A. Strictly, B. Liberally, C. Harmoniously, or D. Ejusdem generis. Correct answer is option B. Liberally. Next question. Section 27 of Limitation Act. The options are A. Bars the remedy, B. Extinguishes the right, C. Both A and B, or D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is option C. Both A and B. Next question. Under Section 18 subsection 2, oral evidence of date of acknowledgement is permissible if the acknowledgement. The options are A. is dated, B. is undated, C. date in the acknowledgement is altered, or D. in all above cases. The correct answer is option B. is undated. Next question. Under Section 19, the part payment of debt or interest has to be. The options are A. within the period of limitation under the Act, B. within the period prescribed for repayment, C. within the period of limitation prescribed under any other enactment, or D. all of the above. The correct answer is option A. within the period of limitation under the Act. Next question. Period of limitation for suits relating to decrees and instruments is. The options are 1 year, 1 year to 3 years, 3 years, or 12 years. The correct answer is option C. 3 years. Next question. Period of limitation for suits relating to tort is. The options are 1 year, or 1 year to 3 years, or 3 years, or 12 years. The correct answer is option B. 1 year to 3 years. Next question. Under Article 112 of the schedule, the period of limitation for filing a suit by the central government is. So out of the given options, the correct answer is option C. 30 years for any suit. Next question, an appreciation for special leave to appeal to the Supreme Court can be filed within. So out of the given options, option D is the correct one, 60 days to 90 days depending upon the subject matter. Next question, if in a case of substitution of legal heirs of respondent, a prayer for setting aside abatement is implicit, the separate application for setting aside abatement. The options are A, not necessary, B, necessary, C, conditional, or D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A, not necessary. Next question, in computing the period of limitation for application to set aside an award, the time requisite in obtaining a copy of the award shall be excluded under. The options are A, section 12 subsection 1, B, section 12 subsection 2, C, section 12 subsection 3, or D, section 12 subsection 4. The correct answer is option D, section 12 subsection 4. Next question, acknowledgement after the period of limitation. The options are A, is of no effect, B, gives rise to an independent and enforceable contract, C, both A and B, or D, neither A nor B. The correct answer is option A, is of no effect. Next question, period of limitation for restoration of suit is. The options are 90 days, 60 days, 30 days, or 10 days. The correct answer is option C, 30 days. Next question, under section 12 of Limitation Act, the time is to be excluded. The options are A, not without the oral prayer of the party, B, not without the written application of the party, C, by the court itself without any oral or written application, or D, none of the above. The correct answer is option C, by the court itself without any oral or written application. Next question, a suit for possession of a hereditary office under Article 107 of the schedule can be filed within the period of limitation of. The options are A, 30 years, B, 12 years, C, 6 years, or D, 3 years. The correct answer is option B, 12 years. Next question, the period of limitation to prefer an appeal to a court other than the High Court from any decree or order is. The options are 15 days, 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. The correct answer is option B, 30 days. Next question, section 14 of Limitation Act applies to. The options are A, suit, B, appeal, C, execution, D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, suit. Next question, a suit for foreclosure by a mortgagee can be filed within the prescribed period of limitation is. The options are 30 years, 12 years, 6 years, or 5 years. The correct answer is option A, 30 years. Next question, whether on a particular day the court is open or closed within the meaning of section 4 of Limitation Act is a. The options are A, pure question of fact, B, pure question of law, C, mixed question of fact and law, or D, either A, B, or C. The correct answer is option A, pure question of fact. Next question, the provisions of section 3 Limitation Act are. The options are A, mandatory, B, directory, C, discretionary, or D, optional. The correct answer is option A, mandatory. Next question, the Limitation Act does not apply to. The options are A, industrial tribunal, B, labor courts, C, both A and B, or D, neither A nor B. The correct answer is option C, both A and B. Next question, period of limitation for setting aside an abatement is. The options are A, 30 days, B, 60 days, C, 10 days, or D, 90 days. The correct answer is option B, 60 days. Next question, section 6 of Limitation Act can be availed by. The options are A, plaintiff, B, defendant, C, both A and B, or D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A, plaintiff. Next question, under section 14, defect in jurisdiction must relate to. The options are territorial jurisdiction, B, pecuniary jurisdiction, C, subject matter jurisdiction, or D, either A or B or C. The correct answer is either A, B, or C. And now the last question, period of limitation for suits relating to contracts is. The options are A, 1 year, B, 1 year to 3 years, C, 3 years, or D, 12 years. The correct answer is option C, 3 years. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed it to yet. Thank you so much.